Chapter 3, Lesson 2, Estimate Products. You will be able to estimate the product of decimals and judge the reasonableness of the results. To estimate products of decimals, round each number. Underline the digit to be rounded, look at the number to the right, and determine whether or not to keep the underlined digit or add 1 to it. Find your place, look next door, 5 or greater, add 1 more, 4 or below, let it go. So estimate the following products. I'm going to round to the nearest whole number for this example. We have 8.7. If I want to round to the nearest whole number, 8's the digit I want to round to. We found our place, look next door, and you have to determine, is it 5 or greater or 4 or below? It's 7 is 5 or greater, it's bigger than 5, so we add 1 more. This is closest to 9 times 2.8. We need to round to the nearest whole number. Its next door neighbor is 8, which means the 2 bumps up to a 3, and 9 times 3 is 27. Letter B, let's round to the nearest tens place. 42.6 is closest to 40, then 50, times 37.2 is closest also to 40 instead of 30. So 40 times 40, don't forget your placeholder, is 1,600. Letter C, estimate 9.6 times 1.8. I would say 10 times 2, which is 20. Letter D, estimate 4.2 times 3.1. I would say 4 times 3, which is 12. Letter E, estimate 68.4 times 21.3. 68.4 is closest to 70 times 21.3 is closest to 20. So we have 70 times 20. 0, 0, add a placeholder. 0 and 14. So 1,400 is our estimated product. Letter F, 9.7 times 3.3. 9.7 is about 10, and 3.3 is about 3. Therefore, 10 times 3 is 30. Word problems. Estimate the following products. A greyhound can travel 39.3 miles per hour. At this speed, about how far could a greyhound travel in 6.5 hours? So 39.3 I would say is closest to 40, and 6.5 is closest to 7. So in 1 hour, it can travel 40 miles. Well, we want to know not for 1 hour, but 7 hours. So I'm going to multiply that by 7. 40 times 7. So 280. The question is about how far. So I would say about 280, and our unit is miles. Letter B. Suppose 1 US dollar is equal to 5.8 Egyptian pounds. About how many Egyptian pounds would you receive for $48.50? I would estimate 5.8 to be 6, and I would estimate 48.50 to be $50. So $1 is 6 pounds, Egyptian pounds. We want to know $50, so we need to multiply them. 50 times 6. So our answer is about 300 Egyptian pounds. Letter C. Earth is rotating around the sun about 18.6 miles per second. About how many miles does it travel in 4.8 seconds? I would estimate 18.6 to be 20. And I would estimate 4.8 to be 5. So if it's 20 miles for 1 second, and I want to know for 5 seconds, I would multiply 20 times 5. So about how many miles? About 100 miles. And we would say that this is a reasonable answer, because if we were to actually calculate 18.6 times 4.8, let's grab a calculator. 18.6, oops, times 4.8, 89.28 is pretty close to 100. We would consider that reasonable. Now, if we got an answer 200 or anything drastic, maybe 10, those would not be reasonable because they are not close to that exact amount. Letter D. The average walking speed of a person is 4.8 kilometers per hour. Estimate the number of kilometers you could walk in 3 hours. Well, 3 is rounded for us, which makes it easy. And I would estimate 4.8 to be 5. So the average walking speed is 5 kilometers for 1 hour, and we want to know 3 hours, multiplying together, and we get 15. So about 15 kilometers. And let's just do a quick check on the exact amount here. We've got 5 times, oops, we have 4.8 times 3. 14.4 is pretty close to 15, so I would say yes, this is a reasonable estimation.